Right now, as I talk, what we have in stock would be able to take us for another 4 days. So in the next 2 to 3 days, it's going to normalize. And as I said, it has not affected all the dealers, no.
Well, rather than normalize, the situation since Wednesday has actually got worse. And although not all dealers are affected, as the minister said, most of them undeniably are. Across Kampala, the fuel scarcity is showing no sign of fading. Motorists for the 4th day have continued to queue up at a scattering of stations that still have some fuel to dispense. This shortage is increasingly showing signs of heading into a crisis if new deliveries of petroleum do not arrive soon. One would be lucky to have their tank filled, as several stations have now resorted to rationing the limited supply they have. As the demand increases, the price of petrol has also shot up by about 300 shillings, the biggest hike in more than a year, with some stations selling at between 3,900 and 4,100 shillings. However, Shell and City Oil petrol stations still maintain the lowest prices at 3,600 and 3,750 shillings respectively. The crisis started last weekend when Gulf Energy, a Kenyan gas operator and fuel importer that has the tender to deliver fuel to some Ugandan companies, failed to make their deliveries.
There was a delay in ship delayed, but the delay is just temporary, that we expect the fuel to start, coming in next week.
Although the overall volumes of fuel being imported into the country have decreased by 12%, the current shortage further reinforces the need for government to implement regulations in the sector, among which is a requirement for fuel dealers to have a contingency and emergency petroleum supply plan in the event of a fuel crisis. But the question on everyone's lips tonight remains, for how long shall the country be plunged into a shortage such as this?
Gabriel Epenu, NTV Weekend Edition.